So, Monopoly Man, thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. So tell me, how much are you guys really spending on this ballot initiative? Whoa, can you flip the slide there, the next slide? What is that? What is that? $21 million. $21 million that they've spent thus far. This is on track. This is on track to be the most expensive ballot effort that has ever taken place in the state of Florida. Now, if you want to follow the money, we have this graph up on one of the things that this is how brilliant our friends at the utilities are. They started Consumers for Smart Solar, but they didn't lock up the URL. So we actually have the URL, Consumers for Smart Solar, and if you go to that URL, you'll actually see where their money is coming from. This is the octopus that shows how all these utilities and their proxy groups have been funneling money in to create this massive, massive amount of money. Now, Monopoly Man, I've got to ask you, why are y'all spending this kind of money on this ballot initiative? Because it really is just so deceptive and it really doesn't do anything. Oh, grid maintenance fees, right? That's the line. If you have read this ballot initiative, you know that there is a poison pill. You know that there is a Trojan horse in. Next slide. You know that there is what they're really doing in the line where they say non-solar customers will not subsidize solar customers. Okay? If you look at the language, they never define what the word subsidize is in their language. And what they're doing is they are propagating the absolute misinformation without any documentation at all. They want to slap punitive charges on customer-owned solar. Now look, we all get it. If they own it and they build it, and we like utility scale solar, we want more of it. We like community solar, we want more of that. But we don't want the monopoly utilities using their power to put punitive, discriminatory grid maintenance fees, or whatever they want to call it, or rolling back what they're paying for net metering. Now, if you haven't seen this, be sure and get this. This is the Brookings Institute. They did a study this past year that basically looked at all the states where there has been objective, transparent analysis of what is the real value that solar brings. Net metering is a net benefit to the grid. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. And so this misinformation about the need for grid maintenance fees or any other way they want to describe it is the poison pill. And that is the key thing. So make sure you tell people, follow the money. Where's the money going? And number two, make sure you know this misinformation about subsidizing is total BS. Now, Monopoly Man, I got to ask you something else. But it's not just about this, because this is kind of hidden in the language. What else? What are the other reasons why you're spending all this money? Oh, consumer protection. Oh my gosh. All right, wait. They're saying, the monopolies are saying that they are the arbitrator of consumer protection. Now this is the same monopolies that have a 24% rate increase that is before the Public Service Commission. This is the same monopolies that basically tried to get ratepayers in the state of Florida to pay for fracking in Oklahoma. And the Public Service Commission basically rubber stamped that, and it was only the Florida Supreme Court that stopped them from doing it. This is the same monopolies that are so interested in consumer protection that have been charging you for years for nuclear power plants that they're never going to build. Now, that's the kind of consumer protection we need. That's why they're spending $21 million on things like consumer protection. We actually need protection from these guys. We don't need them trying to protect us. Let's get that straight, okay? Now, thank you. So I have the distinct honor today to award the Amendment 1 proponents, Consumer for Smart Solar. Just this week, the Clear Language Institute actually gave Amendment 1 the 2016 Deceptive Language Award. This is a legitimate group that is actually made up by people in the media. And this week, they awarded the Monopoly Man and his cronies the Deceptive Language Award from the Clear Language Institute. Congratulations. So let's give them an award. There you go. They are absolutely the winners. So, a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, but this is deadly serious, folks. These guys are pulling the biggest monopoly wolf in solar sheep's clothing that has ever been perpetuated on voters. You have got to get involved more than you are. We have 34 days to win this thing. And again, associate it with this guy and his money, and we will win in November. Thank you very much.